Hi, this is Wishop, and this is your, new moon reading for October 30th. It's the new moon in Scorpio. I waited until today to do it because the cards seemed to call for that, but the moon still isn't in Scorpio. The moon is in Libra right now, so there's going to be probably for me a little bit of, it could be this or it could be that kind of energy. I think most of you who watch these videos probably have astrological charts that are similar to mine or at least in harmony with mine, and that's why these readings kind of vibe for you. And that's great. I am always very happy if they're interesting and useful. But I think at this moment, we're probably all a little bit at sea. Things have changed a lot, and they're continuing to do so. And some of those changes you've experienced, which could be quite dramatic in your circumstances, in your relationships, in your life, some of them might fall under the quote-unquote blessings in disguise kind of category. You're trying to have faith that they're leading you somewhere good, but you can't quite see it yet. You can't quite see the new life. Or you do see the new life, but you don't feel that you're fully a part of it yet. There's been a lot of energy right now around cleaning and getting rid of stuff, getting rid of old things. You may be the thing that someone got rid of, or you may be getting rid of people or other things in your life. That energy has been very strong, and now it's combined with this sort of, based on Mars and Pluto in Capricorn, there's been this energy of manifesting, of wanting to see things, wanting to have something to show for things. And I have to apologize. In my neighborhood, there are leaf blowers going like crazy right now and lawnmowers and every other thing. And this was the time I had to kind of sneak to do this video. It's when I say like sneak 15 minutes to do this video, I'm not even kidding. So anyway, I think that there's been an energy on wanting to see some of the effects of having started something new. And that's going to continue from now through the middle of November. We're going to have that strong forward momentum, which I think is going to be terrific. But it means that we're going to go places we didn't know we were going. We're going to hit obstacles we didn't know we were going to hit. We're going to bust through other ones that might have seemed insurmountable before. So for this reading, I decided to use my new Ellis deck again. And let me hold this box up for you. I'm really enjoying it. I really love it. I think it's beautiful and really meaningful. It's got good stuff going on. So I'm just doing a simple 3-card tarot reading, and then I do have an oracle card from the Oracle of Shadows and Light to discuss slightly the sort of Halloween, All Souls, Samhain energy. The veil is thin. If the veil is thin normally at this time of year, this year it's tissue. It's really thin. So if you are a person who enjoys explorations into the unseen world, whether it's through contacting ancestors or trying to get in touch with other sort of spiritual entities or getting in touch with your own past, these kinds of things, they're all going really well right now and will continue to do so. Now might be a great time to make an introduction to someone or something or a new method of working that can be your companion long into the future. So if there are things you haven't tried and you've wanted to try, now is a great time for experimentation. It's highly favored, so experiment with your own spiritual practices, whether or not they involve contacting what we might think of as the other world in any form or fashion, angels, spirit guides, animal totems, ancestral work, the Akashic records, anything like that. But it could be that your spiritual work is you'd like to work in a more Jungian sense, we could say, on your own shadow, on parts of yourself that you feel you've locked away and that you'd like to restore, you'd like to bring to light, and you'd like to think about and consider and maybe do some work with. All of that stuff is so well regarded right now, and the introductory steps that you take, right, could really take you very far for a very long time. So now is a great time to start things that you've wanted to do, or that you even just feel a sudden inspiration to do, because they're likely to really get good traction and to have good results and to be very interesting and stimulating to you. So that's been a lot of talk. Let's get to the cards. Okay, the central card is Page of Cups. I love it. Here's the yin, Nine of Swords. The yang is King of Rods in reverse. Okay, so we've got 3 of the suits, but not Earth, which I do think is pointing to the fact that at this time it may be difficult to feel grounded. It is something that I have definitely noticed with myself. I experience certain kinds of, I guess I would call them energetic effects, when there's a lot of energy coming down, when I'm sort of making a lot of divine contact. I tend to work a lot with the upper chakras in that case, and then I can get kind of overloaded, which can disturb your sleep, which can make you feel dizzy or swoony headed. You can be experiencing that because of the change of seasons. And I think it's kind of funny because people go, oh, well, I'm just having seasonal allergies. Well, yeah, sure, you might be having seasonal allergies, but that could also be compounded by the fact that there are all these energetic effects at work. I don't think that the physical world and the spiritual world are so easily separated from each other. Anyway, if you're having trouble feeling grounded, I find for me, kind of my go-to is physical movement and crystals. So some of the things you can do to physically ground yourself, to just shake that energy, because you want to get it moving from the top where it may be like sort of flooding in. You want to get it moving down to the bottom. And stuff that you're bringing from the bottom, you want to flow smoothly up to the top, right? We're just trying to create this nice, open, harmonious flow. So in order to do that, you might want to do things like carry black tourmaline with you, or any black stone you love. Any of them will work well if you have one you have an affinity for. Some of the ones that I really like, jet, I think, is gentle and beautiful at calming the emotions. It kind of takes the edges off. Black tourmaline, very grounding. Apache's tears, obsidian, shungite, which is also very good for electromagnetic radiation, so people love shungite, but it can be any sort of darker stone that you feel good about. The other thing is, if you don't have stones and that's not really your bag, you can, even when you feel that swimmy headed sort of feeling, like you're a slot machine and your wheels are just spinning up in your eyeballs, you can stomp around your house, get your feet in contact with the ground. So if it's too cold to go outside and to, put your bare feet in the grass, you can stomp around your house, you can clap, you can sing, you can do anything like that, but make some noise and move and knock and pound, and those kind of really essential, good, sort of heavy movements, forceful, muscular movements will help bring the energy down. Another thing I would say, and this is not health advice, so you have to make your own call, is that I find during this time things that are a little bit salty can also help bring the energy down, things that are a little more savory. So warming foods, salty foods, they kind of, for me at least, bring the energy down. Also, if you like things like cinnamon tea and hot sauce, any of that stuff, very good to just kind of bring that fire down. So the Page of Cups symbolizes offers, and these can be spiritual offers, but the page is at an early stage, so this is a feeling of adventurousness and amusement and a lighthearted approach to things, which I think is great. Be experimental, be lighthearted, and really put yourself out there. It's the Page of Cups is putting yourself out there. It's sort of taking risks. It does wear its heart on its sleeve a little bit, so this is being a little daring. Now, in sort of what we think of as the past position, or as the sort of to avoid position, or also what may be a deep underlying influence, we have the Nine of Swords. I think of nines as an and then some kind of number. It means you have this aspect full, like in the 8, it's full up to empowerment, and at 9, it's and then some. Nine of Swords is you've got mental activity and then some. And in the case of Nine of Swords, it often is spilling over into the dream life. It's spilling over into the sleep. So what may be pointed to here is if you're having very vivid dreams right now, look into those really, and look into them where they might pertain to your past, to emotional situations you've gone through, or even past lives if you're interested in that kind of thing, because that will be a place of messages. And the more that you acknowledge those messages, even if you just write a note to yourself and promise to think about them later when you can, it is a way of like taking the pressure off so that it doesn't have to keep whirling around your head again and again and again. In the future position, we have the King of Rods. Let me turn him over so you can see him. And you can see what a fertile and powerful character he is. In the reverse position, it's an urge not to be hasty and also not to feel that, like a king, you are the master of these new things yet. You're a page. You're in this new position. You're in this open-minded position. You're not going to be a master yet. The more patient you can be, the more you can, there's some forceful energy going on right now. So you be the one that pushes. Don't let it push you. Don't make decisions that aren't in your best interests. Don't probably be hasty with other people. Try to control if you're feeling fiery outbursts. You know, do your best. We're all human, but do your best to realize that the King of Rods is where you're going to, but you don't have to get there this week or even next week. To be in that learning stage is a blessing. To be able to learn at the speed that you can encompass and embrace the messages is a wonderful thing. So here is our oracle card. Oh, here we go. Could it be more thematic? Death and the Maiden. Invasion, boundaries, violated, dominance. Okay, so I was talking about this scorpionic energy and this energy of needing to cut things off, and that you might be a person who's getting cut off or needs to cut something off. This again is pointing to that same energy. If there are things that are up in your boundary, especially things from the past, things that are not lively for you now, things that you need to get rid of. And I feel like a broken record because I feel like this is what absolutely everybody is saying, and yet this is what these cards are saying too. Just set your boundaries. The most important boundary you set, I should mention, is the assertion of your personal sovereignty. All you have to say in your mind is, no, I'm not having it. I'm not interested in it. I don't want it. I won't tolerate it. That assertion of your right to say no is the most important thing that you can do. I hope you enjoy all of the adventures that I know you're busy having, and I wish you very well, and rock on with your bad selves.